A 2-0 deficit, not exactly the way the Mavericks wanted to open up their second-round matchup against the Phoenix Suns.
Oklahoma is coming off its largest come-from-behind victory in school history, defeating Baylor 34-31, going off of Sunday's loss to the Patriots. And the reaction from the Cowboys owner, I would not hold my breath waiting for Jason Garrett to get a new contract.
Doug, the Cowboys are asking for prayers as their strength and conditioning coach Marcus Paul remains hospitalized.
But little did the Lions know winning this conference trophy would be their final moment of the season. Due to the coronavirus, the national tournament canceled. After 7 months of rehab, Dak says he has no limitations with his surgically repaired ankle. As a matter of fact, he no longer thinks about the injury, and he would like for everyone else to do the same. The Mavericks or the Rockets? Which Texas team has the brightest star? It's like picking between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes. You got mixed feelings. I don't want to get a tweet. I don't want to get a complaint about how the Cowboys are playing. They have yet to defeat a team with a winning record. Looks like that trend just may continue today. Will the real Dallas Cowboys please stand up? Lately, the Mavericks have been slapping teams around like, you know what? I'm sorry. I think we've talked about what took place at the Oscars long enough. That's my bad. Back in 1968, John Gale Sr. became the first ever black coach for an integrated basketball team within the Fort Worth School District. This very gym floor was named after Coach Gale's. But with his success came quite a few challenges.
So how many games in November will the Cowboys win? What do you think, Desmond?
Before I answer that question, I need to address social media real quick, Bill. I am not a Cowboy hater. I am not anti-Cowboys. I talk about the facts.
Okay.
Hashtag facts.
Now let me ask,
okay.
How many times have you picked the Cowboys to win this season?
I have not picked the Cowboys very often because they have yet to beat a winning team. That is a fact. That is not me being a hater. They played 3 road games this year, guys. They've lost 2 of them. Okay?
John, Nevada, UNLV, they're both battling for this. The Fremont Cannon. It's the largest trophy in all of college football.
Chris, whoever said defense wins championships may want to check in on this Glenville State offense. The Lady Pioneers have the highest scoring offense in the nation. Back in 1974, $179 was spent to make this trophy, symbolizing the rivalry between the two schools. 40 meetings later, the Bayou Bucket has become one of the most valuable pieces of hardware in all of Houston.
For a second game in a row, the Aggies will be without senior guard Brock Miller due to back spasms. Head coach Ryan Odom told us he's been playing in pain for quite some time, and he will likely miss the remainder of the month.
Dave, Houston defensive lineman Cedric Williams will miss the remainder of today's game with a broken ankle suffered in the first quarter. I was watching him as he was carted off the field. He was in tears. He was banging his helmet in frustration. The turnover struggles that your quarterback Clayton Tune had last week were well documented. Fast forward to today, 0 interceptions. How would you describe the game your quarterback had tonight?
He just played within himself. Desmond, not just a great football player, right?
No doubt about that. The Houston coaching staff believes he can play on Sunday afternoons, but if that does not work out, he has a very nice plan B. Just yesterday, Marcus released his debut album called Complications. He produced the music. He performed all the vocals. The album is currently streaming on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Music. His teammates love the album. I gave it a listen. I enjoyed it. And get this, guys, he also has a website where he sells his own T-shirts. So the new name, image, and likeness rule has been very nice to Mr. Jones. When I spoke to you at halftime, Coach, you said you wanted to test your team's manhood. You wanted to see how they would perform in the second half, hopefully better than they did a week ago. How would you describe the performance your team had in the second half tonight?
I'd say it's pretty good. We put, 28 on them?
Earlier this week, Kim Stevens was named the Division II National Coach of the Year. Coach Stevens told us the reason she went into coaching was because of her father, Scott Stevens. He coached her as a player and later joined her staff as an assistant coach for Glenville State. Sadly, Scott passed away last season. Kim told us it has been extremely difficult not having her dad around, especially for moments like tonight's national title game. Coach said her dad has left behind an incredible legacy that lives on through her and her players, guys. Your sophomore forward, Brooke Walling, simply refused to lose. How big was her performance tonight?
She was fabulous.
It's been a back and forth game, several lead changes. How would you describe the pace of this first half?
Pace is being controlled by both teams pretty well.
But you've led this program for more than 30 years. You've enjoyed a lot of success. Being one win away from a national championship, what does that mean to you?
Desmond Purnell, do you have answers?
Russ, you wanted to know if Nate Cox was a left-legged kicker. The answer is yes and no. He punts with his left leg, but he kicks field goals with his right leg. He says his teammates, they get confused about it, so he has to explain it to them. He told me that he is one of the most unique players you'll ever see. He kicks with both legs. He's 6'9". Let's just call him the unicorn.
Wait a minute. I am stunned.
The pink theme tonight. And those helmets, by the way, they look awesome.
Yeah.
And Desmond getting in on the end.
Des rocking the pink. I like it.
So that's the quality lid you need to get.